Hey there, and welcome back to the authored challenges of Inkbound, the roguelike action strategy game by Shiny Shoe. So, this one I'm thinking is going to be Godkeeper, and I want to show you why. So, first of all, our previous one was Wits Challenge. This one basically randomized your hit points a lot, and you shuffled your first vestige a number of times. We ended up abusing Mythos and a variety of other things to pick up a lot of legendaries and then just rotate them into whatever we wanted them to be, essentially, after every combat. And eventually we created a very powerful build as a result that pretty confidently won. Now, the next one is Kwill's challenge. On using a binding, take 1 damage. It's pretty bad. Upside, start with plus 50 max HP, and 2 will reserve. So you're actually really powerful. 2 will reserve is huge. It's actually very easy with this, however, to murder yourself. Keep in mind, this also is not losing hit points and other things from being high rank. What you're actually experiencing is that you'll be at lower rank, essentially, with more health. So we're walking in with 100. And part of the reason I really think that Godkeeper is the way to go is because I want someone who has innate synergy with Sanguinity of Wit. Why Sanguinity of Wit? Well, that's this trinket here, but let me show you it over here. +2 Eviscerator. Why does bleed matter, you might ask? And the answer is truly that I believe bleed pairs very frequently with vigor, with a survivability set. And specifically vigor in many cases scales with the amount of damage you've taken. You can kind of see where I'm going with this. We can offset the damage gain that we get from Eviscerator by synergizing with vigor sets. And I think this is also a physical build and is very front-loaded because Cleave just murders a lot of stuff. This means we need fewer skills on average to win combats. And I think that that is going to be clutch here. There probably are other solutions. I also think that maybe I'm overthinking it. You probably could just win with Moss Cloak Poison or something, right? This is not Covenant. This is rank 1, essentially. And that means you're not really dealing with too difficult of combats, too difficult of bosses, too difficult of guardians, things like that. So I do think it's possible that you can win without too much concern just playing normally. I do think you should avoid things like Chainbreaker, for instance, or infinites, right? Will Collector's a bad play here, in my opinion. Chainbreaker is very heavily focused on hit many times with one skill, then combo, and that's not great here. It's going to be strong, right? But you're going to kill yourself very quickly. So that's why I recommend against this. I actually think Star Captain might be pretty decent here too. Doesn't need many hits. Just kind of shoots a couple times and then does big blast AoEs with the mission leader ability and to support it for the Sentinel drones. Probably fine. I think Obelisk is also fine. You've got a lot of choices here. I just think that if we're looking for the strongest choice, this is the one that I immediately gravitated towards. And that's why I'm playing it. So, hey, that's all I got there. So as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's see what this author challenge is like. This seems fun. I'm looking forward to it. Alright, let's go. Alright, here we are. As before, nothing crazy. This is the Kwill's challenge. Again, at this difficulty and with no real modifiers, I don't think it matters too terribly much what we pick. I do, however, think, again, we want to avoid Argalath. The main reason here is actually not because it's difficult or anything. It's just because we have to kill a lot of different things. We divert our attention. I think this is going to cost us more health with the modifier on this particular challenge. Cinder and Runestone are both much more straightforward. You just fight the guy. And of course, we're going to take Cinder here just because I might as well. I think I did Runestone last time, I can't remember. We're also going to do the Unbound, of course. There's no reason not to. I feel pretty strongly that at this point I should basically be doing that in every run. So, now as far as bosses here, Garden's Edge, I think Nim is probably a pretty mid-range one here. I'm not too terribly worried about Proving Grounds at this difficulty. Remember, we don't have things like Alert Mode or Sentry Mode to worry about. So, whatever, not a big deal. Rhinferno is bulky. I don't love that. I think I'm going to go for the Garden's Edge play. It's fine. And we're going to stick with Sanguinity of Wit here. Again, there's no gunk filled or anything at this difficulty, so it's not like we're particularly worried about it. Alright, now we are going to be looking for pretty much anything that synergizes here. Ugh, I don't want any of that. That's rough. Mercurial Elixir, Uncommon Augment. 5 stacks of Bleed is pretty decent on far enemies. I quite like that. Yeah, we'll synergize there. That seems good. Stroke of Genius, Burn It All Gauntlets. These are all pretty bad, honestly. And rerolling here is not that impactful. So I suppose I'll take Stroke of Genius just so it does something. Actually, I'll take Burn It All Gauntlets. Even with 0 investment, the burn is helpful. We will look at double vaults. We're not playing Forgery Forge. I always have to kind of remind myself about that. Wow, crazy. A lot of potions. I'm going to save this and maybe go for a hard combat after this. We should have no issue completely clobbering this combat, I think. We're going to move... they have... Oh, I was worried for a second that they had the ability, but it's actually... I see what's happening here, right? I'm taking the damage. Got it. Yeah. Right, we are going to move far away and hit them. I'm going to kill one of them for sure. I'll take the orb. Can I get a double hit here? I can actually, but it's difficult. I think we'll go for the single hits here, because this is a good trade in my opinion. He's going to take 2 and then die. Fine. A lot of that damage was self-inflicted. I'm going to eat this fish. I'm going to pop this guy. We'll grab the Potion of Power. Good pickup. We'll look at the vaults now. Let's see. I wonder. This does say you take damage. Now, if you take damage, then Warden should round it down. So I'm assuming they actually mean you lose life. Because that has to be true, right? If you took no previous HP damage the previous turn, gain a critical charge on all bindings. Well, I'm never going to trigger that. Very funny. Cleave, Discharge, Cone of Frost. Always Cleave here. These are all not very great otherwise. Big damage. At least it synergizes. There's a lot of uncommons here, right? We got greens, but none of them are great. Tracker's Cleats, I mean, the unfortunate thing is that the Celestial Spear and the Teleport are not actually teleport bindings, so we don't get the benefit of this ever. Unless we take Blink, and I'm really not looking for it. I'm looking for something like Restoration would be ideal. Cloak of the Conspirator is a fine grind. They're all pretty rough. I will spend 40 bucks to re-roll this. Honestly, Bramble Dolos is pretty good. On critting, get Blur. Man, we got Moss Mother's Embrace and the Cleats together. The crazy thing is that actually means that we could very easily have gone something like Haunted here, which is cool. Shining Circlet is great. I'm actually a big fan of it in general, but especially Orb Lord is valuable. Getting on Orb Lord is really good here. I think I apply enough bleed as is. I'm going to take the Circlet here, and we're going to grind that, because that is healing that I really value. I'm also going to take the Cloak of the Conspirator as a grind. I want to test the theory of Warden here, potentially. I guess the Tracker's Cleats give me Swift, which is not bad. Maybe a little more useful. They're all pretty rough, in fact. Well, here's the play. I'm going to open up the shrine. We're going to see if we get any money. I might re-roll if I can pick up enough cash in the shrine. I don't think I'll roll 2. It's a bummer. I almost had the ability to re-roll. Alright, we're going to grind up the Circlet. I do want to end up on Orb Lord here. These are good. Can you believe I skipped Dolos for this? Unfortunately, I think the Orb Lord is the correct play. It is an immediate source of healing that we can roll into. I'm going to take the Cloak, even though I don't anticipate actually proccing it. I suspect that it's more useful than any of the other ones that were presented there. I do have a fish eaten, so I'm going to take a harder combat. We're going to go Glyph Globule here. I'd like to be able to play into that. Oh, there's the cache. I could have re-rolled finally, but unfortunately it was too far away. And we'll start. Okay. Now, the goal here is essentially to murder pretty much everything, if possible. We do have a good roll there, so I'm going to go ahead and throw Spear, take Velocity, and I'm going to do as much damage as the game will allow me here. Fantastic. Now, unfortunately, cleaving this is not going to be great. I do want to play this because it gives me the bleed. I can take the orb. Is it worth it to stab this guy? I think so. I think so. Yeah, it gets me closer to a next turn kill on him, which I think is valuable. This fish is not terribly helpful because, again, you have to remember I'm not actually benefiting from... What is the word I'm looking for? I'm not actually benefiting from the spikes damage that it gives me. But that's okay. Alright, now I do want to try to get good damage hits here. I want to stop the 3 damage buddy here. He's bleeding out, so I really just want to stab this guy, stop that hit, and then walk away. Okay, I can actually stab him once, and I think I get the kill with the bleed only. Great. In fact, that is super worth it, because this was going to be his ground pound turn, so very strong being able to do this. Take the orb. I am just going to cleave everything out. Great. Okay, good. We get through the hard combat. Well done. Fantastic. We get a bunch of glyphs. Great news. Bramble Dolos, we do end up seeing them. I will end up taking them. Yes, absolutely. Bramble Dolos, for sure. Good. Now, here I have glyphs, so I have the ability to roll into something really good. I'm looking primarily for restoration, and I'm willing to spin down looking for it. Wow, we have some bad rolls here. We do see restoration at long last. It took all of the glyphs of that combat, but I'll be real with you, it's well worth it for this particular synergy we're looking for. We do not get a roll here. I'll take the free binding empowerment. Sure, I think that's reasonably useful here. We'll take it. Not going to be able to buy that one, that's okay. Target gains shield is nice, honestly. I like the shielding restoration. Now, teleporting to the shield, giving me 2 shield is actually probably better, because of the shorter cooldown. So I guess we'll just take that instead. Fine. Great. I think we can also be pretty aggro here. Let's take the big quilling cage, I think. I would like to grab that. Remember, we have to save 1 glyph to purchase the key as well. So even if I get the what is it called? Yeah, the treasure pot here, it's not actually going to be what I want. Okay, priorities are treasure pot, for sure. Absolutely blast there. It's good. Let's see. Can I get all 4 of you or whatever? Gotta be an option for this. There is an option for this. Yes, I do want to apply bleed to everything. We'll take the orb here. I am healing. I should have healed myself first. Honestly, that is a misplay on my part. That's fine. We will still take 3 damage here, and we kill the pot. You know, that's great. Pot gives me a glyph. Great, I have 1 glyph to spend. Exciting news. Let's grab the orb first so I can... Yeah, let's prioritize actually getting the kill and getting the bleed out. We have plenty of mobility still. I'm going to swing here, which does a truckload. There may be a safe spot, potentially. Might be up here, actually. Yeah, there is a 0 spot where I can use bleeds to tick everything out. I'm going to stab this man down here, because he dies. I'm going to stab the guy in the top left with this, because he dies in 2 now. Yeah, they both die in 2. I think I can actually just end turn and kill both of them now, right? Good, they are actually both dead. I take the orb first. Priority is... Honestly, I think the priority should be... Can I get all 4 of you? I think there is a 4B here. There is a 4 here, which is super worth it. And then if I get the far away hit here, I think we get them all. I do have to spend 1 stab here. Worth it. Okay. We've taken damage. I mean, this is expected. It's the nature of the thing. We're trying our best to offset it. Here it is. Vigorous is definitely something we want to grab. That's good. Yes. Vigorous, fantastic. Now, worth noting, we're going to the grinder, of course. Vigorous is a grind at 3. I could take Beat of Metal and get Orb Lord 3. I don't know if that's better. I'm going to take the Verdant Sprout because getting in on Vigorous, I think, will narrow our everything that we do. Yeah, I think so. I'll take that. I'm going to go ahead and then re-roll here for something better. Bone Vest, Softened Wispit, not bad, but not what I want. I'll spin it again. Ugh. No tilt on these, huh? Not good stuff. One last one, I think. Man, I will actually spin down, I think. Okay, Verdant Blossom will do it for me. Good grief. On combat end, restore 10 health. The Verdant Sprout might actually be better to keep, if I'm being honest, because I gain max HP out of it, which is some measure of scaling, so that's something, but we'll see. I have 2 spots to skip here, so I basically get no chance of anything with this potion, so we'll just, yeah, okay, we'll take the better potion then. The grind here is always one of Verdant Sprout or Verdant Blossom, basically. I think we're going to struggle healing, so I would rather keep the Verdant Blossom, if I'm being honest with you. It will offset a lot of this, and the Sprout, the 1 max hit point is not that important. The nice thing also, however, note that because our max HP is so large, part of the reason I like this is Verdant plays nice with this, right? Just in general. Great, now we're on Verdant. If I can get Verdant 5, one of the cool things that you end up on is that I do, what, a bonus 100% damage because I have such high max HP. So, pretty cool stuff. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of money left over, and we're going to have to buy a key anyway, so it is what it is. But it's fine. Yeah, okay, a lot of bead stuff. It would have been nice to get Orb Lord 3. You know, you're fair. I can come back and maybe roll for it, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't need this uncommon augment right now. Great. Let's go ahead and pick this up and spin it around and move it over here, and it's fine. All right, cool. I think we win this fight without too much concern. I do a decent amount of damage, have a decent spread of abilities here. I unfortunately did have to use a lot of glyphs to get the restoration, but I think it's well worth it. Gross. I have to move first. Not a big fan of that. Can I get all 4? Eh. I think there's got to be a way to get all 4. I can get 3 of you? Wait for it. Wait, it's there. Okay, good. So, order of operations then is wiggle as far out as possible before I'm not taking damage anymore. Throw spear, celestial spear, wiggle over here, right? Kill all of them. Take this orb, heal, and I'm going to eat dirt a little bit here, but it's okay, right? The vigor is helpful. Great. We take damage, it sucks, but I stop a lot of other effects that are knock-ons that I wanted to stop. Great job. I am going to similarly throw, teleporting. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to kill essentially everything that I can. So I want to make sure I do get the boss in the outer ring. Important. The bleed matters. Now, we don't want to disrespect, so I am just going to, you know, click the button, I think. I take some damage here, it's acceptable. I want to apply bleeds to this man. Okay, he's having a bad day. It's fine, buddy, I get it. My orb is, what, somewhere? Alright, we'll take the orb somewhere. I'm gonna just throw, what, bleed at him, I guess? So I can get out of the real dicey zone. How much is this? This is, what, 5 stacks of bleed, 5 stacks of bleed. I'm gonna go with this one here. I think that's nice. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's decent. I actually do think we want to just hit this man with the cleave. We'll have enough turns. I'm going to take 5 here, I think. I could do this in 2 turns if I push this number a little bit more. Yes, we'll end turn here. I want to save that 1 hit point. Okay, doing great. Let's self-heal real fast. Go ahead and hit him, which will phase, and then I walk away. This phases him and saves the spear for next turn. Incredible work. Yes, end turn. Okay, he's phased. Great news. Now, my plan, should I choose to accept it, is we are going to take the spear. My other orb is over there. I'm going to take this orb. Decent, I think. I think I'm actually going to go grab the orb first, then we walk away. Then I'm going to hit here, spear, and we're going to do big damage here. Priorities on killing the enemies, especially this guy before he swings, right? That's actually super important. A decent round of damage on him. Now we have to deal with chompies, but I have the cleave back, which is good. Let's wobble around until I can find a 4 here, right? I know it must exist. Maybe not necessarily. It's actually a little bit difficult to get a 4. I don't know about the 4 here, actually. Okay, I think we need to prioritize the boss here, so let's hit with the 4 and the 3 that we can see. I'm going to grab this orb now. I'm going to heal now. Yeah, okay, what's next? What's next? This is tough. We have the health to make it through this. So I need to prioritize killing the boss. I think there's really no way around that. Swing hard here. I also want to prioritize killing that chompy. Alright, chompy down. Great. Take the shot. Okay. This will have to do. Okay. Throw. The nice thing is, I actually think, genuinely speaking, this burn is doing a decent amount of heavy lifting. So we're going to grab the orb now. I am going to use big swing here for bleed. I need to put bleed on the boss. There's pretty much no way I don't click this card. So, this ability, right? I feel like I just have to, or I'm making a real bad mistake. This orb is a big swing. We're going to go ahead and I think this is not Unstable Brew, this is Potion of Power. So we're going to throw Vigor, Potion of Power into a very, very powerful... I can certainly get you all, right? Gotta exist. I can feel the pixel. I can feel it. Wait, I found it. There's the pixel. Yes. Incredible plays. Alright, and we get the kill. Well done. I don't have to click anything else. He is dead. Good job. Alright, we made it through. Good job. I think that was well worth everything there. Now, because this is a low difficulty ranking, we do get a full heal here, which is pretty cool, in my opinion. So that's nice. Bloodthirsty Impale is really good. 6 bleed on the nearest, 3 bleed on the secondary. Very strong. Oh, and we get regeneration. That's excellent. All right, cool. We're going to go Bloodthirsty Impale. That just feels really effective. And I will take regeneration here. Very powerful. All right, now I don't really need to roll down at all over here. I could get Orb Lord. Because I didn't have to roll, I'm going to take this uncommon augment just straight up. Yeah, base cooldown on Quickened Restoration is fantastic. It's better than Vicious Whirlwind here. Good. Very cool. I like that a lot. I think Orb Lord 3 is valuable. I need to be careful about accidentally teching into the wrong stuff here. I'm going to take Beat of Envy. Part of the reason for Beat of Envy here is, well, Orb Lord 3 is the main thing, but the other main thing is that I don't hate Poison Blood if we end up in it. So at least it's a viable option there. Go to the Sea of Ink now. I still think I am grinding it up, though, being honest with you. Although, if I'm also actually being truthful, I don't really need more than Orb Lord 3. Orb Lord, 7 is great, but it's a little hard to reach. So, interesting. Alright, first order of business. I don't actually think I need Bramble Dolos for anything here anymore, but I'm actually going to grind up Cloak of the Conspirator because I will literally never benefit from this. My main concern is I don't really want Reaver or... Warden's fine, but I don't want Reaver. I'm actually just going to go Bramble Dolos here, get rid of that. And then I don't want Burn. Warden's not bad. Sure. Right? Sure. Warden's not bad. How do I think about Beat of Envy? What do I think about this? Sacrifice that, maybe end up on Poison Blood somehow? I actually think it's much better than the Cloak of the Conspirator to do that, so I will do that. Alright. Derelict Starship, Vengewood, Radiant Market. It's all about damage to the boss. I think Lusk is the least likely to over-threaten me here, right? He's not easy, I'll admit. Radiant Market. How do I feel about Ink Pots? I think I'm going to do Vengewood. I think it's fair. It's a good choice. All I'm thinking about is the boss. I think he is the least gated in any way, so we'll go with that. Alright, I would like double rare augments, please. Thank you. Yes, double rare augments. Good. Fish. Sure. Brain tuna. Great. We love tuna. Okay. Shouldn't be too bad. I have a pretty good setup here. I am actually just going to immediately heal myself, I think. I think I'm going to stab. Then I take this orb, and I'm going to hit him and jump at him. I think I probably could have saved health a different way here, but it's okay, right? It's all good. Interesting. I'm going to take this orb here. I think the best play is going to be like this, and then we stab and stab to save health. Sure, we're taking hits. It is unfortunate. I might be able to do reasonably okay here. Is it ever worth it to farm this guy? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I am going to hit him again because it's a net neutral. It's actually still beneficial to just stab this guy, right? Sure is. Okay, fine. I heal 10 anyway. I'm up at max, basically. We're good. No worries. Turtle Spear. On teleporting to the spear, gain 1 blur and 2 shield. Yes, as a matter of fact, that is incredible, and it's purple, and it's one of the best augments on this build. Hunter's Whirlwind. Inflict 1 stack of marked on far enemies. On teleporting the spear, gain an additional velocity, or deflecting impale, gain 1 shield per secondary enemy hit. I actually can pull ahead on defense with deflecting impale. I'm going to take that. Excellent rolls, by the way. Fantastic rolls. Beat of Flame? No, I'm going to re-roll you, actually, and look for something a little better. Yeah, see, we got Satchel of Smuggling. It's really hard to say no to this. Although Valmark is actually really good here, right? Vigor 5 would be a really good pull, actually. And Striker, I actually think Valmark is better. There are bleed trinkets that I think are really, really good for what we're trying to do, but Valmark hits the nail on the head. That's excellent. And then we're going to go ahead and go and fight the Guardian of the Unbound Key. No questions asked. We should demolish him. Damage over time builds with any kind of sustain should have no problem with him in general. Oh, but annoyingly we got the treasure pot on the same bloody thing. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and move a wiggle a little so it gives burn to both of them. Can I double them up with the cleave? I sure can. That's good, at least. All right, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to throw orb, take it, power orb here. Double hit. I'm going to restore myself, and I am actually going to focus on the ink pot now. Debating if I should use Unstable Brew here. Very likely, I think I should. I'm going to go ahead and take the orb. I think it is Unstable Brew, if I'm being real with you here. I go like this, hit them all. I'm going to bounce. I'm going to go ahead and absolutely Shadow Realm the Chompies. Huge value. I wish to cleave, and I am cleaving. Great. Push numbers because there's a... Yeah, alright. It is what it is. We take 21 here, but it was well worth it. We got the KO, which is important. Let's lead with a heal, which I think is mission critical. Get some bleeds in there. I'm going to go for secondary targets here for shields, which I think are important. I actually stunned this guy, which is pretty cool. How much you doing? You're dead? Great. Cool, I killed 2 of them. Now, the fact that I'm getting so many Chompies here is a real bummer. No one likes Chompies, so that is unfortunate. We do have a pretty good turn here with Cleave, which is important. I'm going to go ahead and clobber them all. Take the orb. I do want to use this as an opportunity, prioritize the shielding options. Deflecting, smite, and shield is good. And then we apply really good bleed to the front person. So he's having a bad day with bleed damage here. We are eating hits, but I'm doing okay because remember, I have a lot of healing actually. It's a good turn for when I teleport to it, I reduce my damage by a lot. Cool, I stunned him. Great news. I do think just doing damage to him is worthwhile regardless. Yeah, he's got 123 bleed and he's having a bad day, I would describe it as. So we're just going to hit him. And I 2-turn him if I click nothing. I don't get any secondary enemy hits, so I just press end turn here and eat this hit. It's a bummer, but it's okay. I will on this turn regeneration, and then I'm going to proc this, I think. I gain health, I gain health. It's actually a net neutral. I come out 1 ahead because I have some shield. I have no further vigor. He is dead. Great. End turn. And 10 health back. Incredible. We're actually doing great there. Key of battle. Fantastic. Awesome. Well done. Bolstered cleave, 100 damage. Mending restoration. Smite the nearest enemy on smiting impale. I'm not going that direction. Rare augment. Gain velocity. Not great there either. Crimson Edge. Gain 2 bleed damage per far enemy hit until end of combat. Yeah, alright, sure. That's at least in line with what I want. Health Stimulant is great. 100% health stimulant here, yes. Absolutely. Starwalker 2 would be exceptional. Very good. Now, I don't want to spend my rerolls on this stuff. I think just gaining an additional velocity is fine, right? It's okay. It's not the best. The recipient has less than 50% max HP, restore an additional 3. It feels low impact. I'm actually just going to increase the damage of cleave by 100 here. That adds up. I have some physical damage, so it's nice. Healing from restoration or its ascensions can overheal, granting shield instead of HP if the ally is restored for greater than their max HP. Unlikely that that is ever going to be a thing that happens. True. What if I reroll this? Huh? It's an interesting one. The grind here is for sure health stimulant. It gets me up to Vigorous 7, which is fantastic. Big fan of just free healing on every turn. And Starwalker 2 makes regeneration even lower cooldown, which is excellent. It's never Smite. Is Sturdy Restoration ever going to proc? Probably not. I'll reroll it, actually. Okay. This is much better. Inflict bleed to all enemies. If they already had bleed, inflict shatter. And shatter is lost at the start of turn, which means it benefits bleed, which happens between turns. Okay. I think shatter on spear is better than shatter on cleave. We're going to take it. Good roll. I will go to the shrine. I am grinding up health stimulant. Fantastic work. Incredible. We have Vigorous 7. I'm really hyper-loaded. I could take more glyphs. It's a pretty good roll, honestly. I have an ascension and some other things coming up, and my purples are excellent for these abilities. So that's probably it here. Big Quilling Cage is the only real difference. I'm okay on money. I've gotten all of the treasure pots. Yeah, alright, we'll take the glyphs. Good. I think we've got this stabilized. If I can just get up to Eviscerator 6 and... what is it? Eviscerator 6 and Verdant 5, I think we're cooking. Is the truth of it. So, yeah. Jump. Let's get these far enemies for sure. It's a lot of bleed damage. We love to see it. We love to see the bleed damage. Can I cook this guy on the left somehow? There is a pixel. There is a pixel. Alright, we found the pixel here. I'm going to take it. I'm going to heal myself, and then I'm going to walk away. And this will have to be it. I've left my orb, I realize that. I'm going to jump to it this turn if I can. Alright, hard combat, not messing around. 56 incoming damage is ridiculous. True. Let's prioritize getting this big cleave damage in, and then run to this orb. His width is dodgeable if I use... yeah, okay, I hit him. I'm going to self-heal, maybe? Yikes, that is a lot of incoming damage. 50 incoming damage? Goodness gracious. That's rough. I think we are doing enough damage to win. It's just a question of how do I not die while doing it. They're both dead. That's good. I'm going to shoot this guy. It reduces the damage by a big chunk. Okay, I'm going to take the spear now. And... man, I am a little slow on damage here, unfortunately. Alright, we've reduced it to 26, which does help a fair bit. Killed a bunch of guys, it's good. Alright, this is a ton of incoming damage. You can see why we're like, I should really have a solution to these dudes. I wish to be out of the bottom circle, and I am. Okay. Great, we're doing 1,000,000 damage, fantastic. I have Cleave online. Cleave should be used to kill chompies whenever possible. It's good to get rid of them. Cleave chompies, good. Secondary targets are valuable. Okay. Secondary targets are valuable. I need to make sure I can still get away. Now, I'm going to focus on this Razor Shade on the left with my last hit, I think, and then walk over here. We're taking... man, these guys have so much health. I really grossly underestimated them, I guess. Dang, this is going to be another huge incoming damage turn. Now, if I hit this guy, he counterattacks me, which is not correct to do. It's not correct to get stabbed. So what we do is we walk away, then we stab him. Counterattacks, but he doesn't hit anything. Then I Celestial Spear. I'm going to take the long walk away. And I'm taking 0 damage here, right? I'm going to take the orb first, I think, to give me the movement. Can I get the kill here on the other friend over here? Don't think so. I don't want to move and get this 7 redirected at me. So I think I'm just going to stab this one dude just to get my vigor procs and then walk away and accept 8 damage here. It's kind of a weird situation, but I think it's correct to do it. Yeah. Okay. Enemies passing away. Fantastic news. I get a whole turn to deal with this guy, so I'm not really worried about him, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, alright, he's dead. I then get to heal and regenerate. I don't really benefit from the vigor, unfortunately, because it's 1 for 1, but it's okay. I think the right play is actually to throw a spear at him and then jump to the spear. I mean, he's dead anyway, but I could have maybe gotten a couple health out of that. I think I'm actually doing okay, right? 92 health out of that, 95. Feeling all right overall. Good, 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 good. I'm going to re-roll that for sure. Not a good augment roll. Plus 8 stacks of bleed with razor sharp cleave is pretty awesome, right? That's pretty strong. That makes this into a 13 bleed cleave, which is great. Makes it better than Impale finally. Good. I will spin. Harbinger's Trophy, Defense Matrix, Counselor's Ledger. No, this is worth re-rolling. I really like the Chalice of Champions roll here. That's pretty tempting. Just grabbing that real fast and using that. Do I have any other, you know, stuff coming up? I have a grinder. I'm going to take the Chalice. At a minimum, this is, what, 20 ability power? Because I have a fish. And it prevents me from having to re-roll anything? Yeah, alright, sure, fine. Good. Omni damage is good. Do I always like Chalice of Champions? Pretty close to it. As long as I literally have the option to take any kind of incoming damage, it's pretty pleasant to have. We now get 40 Omni power, which is fantastic. 5 glyphs, great. Store of value. Now, yeah, here's Poxy Feather. It's like, hey, would you like Venomous? And I'm thinking to myself, not really. I'm going to re-roll that. Verdant Blossom will be cool. Yes. Verdant Blossom number 2 is fine. Yes, I think so. Remember, I want to get Verdant 5. It adds 100% damage. Now, I guess I think the right play is actually Roots of Reprieve, though it is a much more expensive purchase here. I have an active grinder. Now, the nice thing about the Roots of Reprieve is basically if I'm selling it or grinding it, I'm trading $100 for 25 physical damage. I don't think that's worth it. I'm going to take the Verdant Blossom and then re-roll here. What do we get? Nothing too terribly exciting on the reroll. I couldn't afford it, but I could after coming back to the boss, which is fine. Alright, we're just going to grind the other Verdant Blossom. Getting me up to Verdant 5, suddenly my attack bindings are all doing... What is this? 110% bonus damage. Let's take the rare augment as well. Always happy to have this. Bolstered Cleave again. You know, I won't say no. It does almost 1,000 damage right now. Feels pretty decent. It's going to do a lot more once I drop the fish in combat, so that's pretty cool. Great. I actually feel good about this run now. I think we're winning. We hit Verdant 5. I just need to see... We've actually gotten really unlucky on the Eviscerator stuff. Eat the fish. Fantastic work. Thanks, Chalice of Champions. Very cool. Let's begin our defensive scaling first. Great, I can just murder all of these things in one fell sweep here. Great. Okay, in that case, he doesn't really threaten me at all. So I think the play is just cleave this guy and just cleave him. So let's... We have enough movement, I'm not afraid. Let's throw. We're going to take the spear. I'm going to cleave him now for big damage numbers. Yes. I'm going to take the orb now, I think. Great. Take this orb, walk away. Feeling good about that. Now, he's already thrown his stuff. I am going to apply 7 stacks of bleed to him. It's worth it. Walking away. Here, he does nothing. Cool. I should, honestly, come out ahead of this combat, right? Poison is your friend. I'm going to get his bleed stacks or his bombs on me here. I'm going to run over here. Self-heal. Fantastic. Just stab him, I think. I have the vigor that this doesn't actually threaten me, and then walk out of this. Now, when I have a good turn, the Potion of Power helps all of my future turns, so keep that in mind. It's actually probably this turn, if I'm being on... It's actually going to be the turn on the phase, to be clear. Yeah, I think it is the turn on the phase. Throwing this, taking the spear. I'm going to go ahead and hit him with the big one. I'm going to take the orb now, and then we're going to hit him with cleave here. Throw. I don't phase him here. It's a bit of a bummer, but that's all right. We're generating regeneration stacks, which are hugely valuable, so we'll just take that. And I think we come pretty close to auto-phasing here. Yeah, we're fine. We're going to walk away, center up a bit. Great, end turn, totally fine. Great, he changes everything. He spawns a bunch of dudes. This is your Potion of Power turn. Now, how do we make it work? First order of business, I'm going to hit these 2 dudes with the spear. And because Potion of Power is my next move, so I want to now take the spear, take the orb, eat the potion. We're going to go do his... It's not an impressive number, but it is a number that is fine. Orb, regeneration, stab him a bunch, and then walk away, right? Is there a 0 damage spot here at all? No, there's not. So instead, we'll just pick an appropriate 7 damage spot. I don't care if I'm taking 7 damage here, because remember, we actually do a lot of damage because of our whole Verdant situation, right? It's actually quite good. So we're going to go spear, huge cleave, great. Let's get boost my bleed damage a bit, take this orb, stab him. All right, we're good. I just have to finish this turn and we win pretty much, so... Yeah, let's hit him here. I think the right play is actually orb into throw spear into jump at it and then kill him there. And then we get out of the combat and don't even get hit, which is pretty much ideal. Full health. Incredible work. Oh, wonderful. They gave me Blood Rain. It's unlikely, but sometimes you just roll into the exact right ascensions. Incredible work. Yeah, Hemorrhage seems strong. Good, great, fantastic. Target gains resistant. Okay, yes, fantastic. I mean, that's incredible. One of the best upgrades that you can get here. Just straight up 25 damage resist. Yes. Amazing. And now I do have the money if I want to buy anything from this shop. It's blue. So... if I were going to pick something here, I would take Thanalope's Tuft, because it gets me Star Walker 4 and Expert Binder 3. And it reduces the cooldown. I'm actually just going to take that. That's a good pickup. Funny enough, I actually, because of the early rank pathing, I have very few actual vestiges. Look at that. I'm only running on 5 here. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Alright, grab money. My money here is essentially going to be dedicated to Hopefully I get a bleed vestige from this next combat, please, Mr. Shiny Shoe. Alright. Alright, we got the pot. Now, the thing that you're going to have to realize, I'm going to take a billion damage from this combat. But it's actually just fine. Right? Take the spear here. Oh my god, I actually forgot how much damage this does. Wow. Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good, I think. Yeah. A decent turn. We actually just kill the pot on turn 1, which is an unheard of scaling. I mean, this is all Blood Rain doing incredible amounts of heavy lifting. Ridiculous, in fact. Wow, I just murdered that guy. I just absolutely kill that man. Cool. Alright, good. Seems good to me. And then this is going to just be what I Blood Rain immediately and then Blood Rain again and we win, pretty much. I don't see how it doesn't win. They group up enough just so I can do it, which is actually dumb of them. Yeah, seems good. Take the orb. Take the spear. I Blood Rain him again. This man now dies to hemorrhage. Fantastic. I mean, once you hit Blood Rain, you're cooking, right? We are so cooking. Bloodthirsty Impale again. Don't mind if I do. Stone Blossom. This is not enough to get me to Verdant 8, but it is synergistic. Refractory on hitting smite that enemy. Is that ever worth it from this position? I don't actually think it is. I do not think it's worth it, in fact. Alright, well, I'm just going to take Bloodthirsty Impale, although Amplified Restoration is pretty tempting, but I think we're fine, right? So I think doing 1,000,000 more damage seems good, and that's great. Now, as far as this one, Stone Pitch Pipe, what could you get me to? You could get me to Expert Binder 5, which is pretty good. Antelope's Tuft can get me somewhere too. I don't have any money is kind of my immediate challenge. So our grind situation is like, well, why? What is the plan here? I don't have good grinds. Man, Cultivated Harmonies, now that would be sick. Or Leaky Pen, like some ridiculous hits here, but I have no money. This is part of the reason I like Forgery Forge, because it's just really good. But, alright, here, this is not impressive. Refractory is not it. I think we take Incrido, and then we salvage it for the Expert Binder, and then I re-roll the rare. I do think Expert Binder 5 is a value play here, and 10% precision I wouldn't hate, so sure, I'll take Incrido. I'm going to re-roll here. Don't know what I was hoping for, but it was something. You know, it's fine, right? Quelling Hoarder, absolutely not. Enchanted Wit Collector, no. Everfrost. I guess you take the Shadow just so... Alright, I'll take Shadow just so I can grind up for 30 Omni Power, I guess. It's fine. This build is kind of all over the place, but that's fine. Right? It's fine, I think. I'll at least have the glyphs in order to purchase something at the boss. So, alright, fair enough. Not really many choices I can make here. I don't have exactly a lot of resources to work with. So we've done everything we can. I'm literally 5 vestiges, and that's it. Which is not usual for me, but fair enough. We've just sort of picked a very specific set of things that's been, you know, kind of nice, but not that big. Do want to get Bleed out first. Notice that I intentionally did Thanalope's Tuft on my regeneration to get those stacks up. I think that's very relevant. I am going to toss out some stuff here. Alright, take the spear here. We're going to try to clip all 3 of them. good. That's hemorrhage value. I take 5 damage, I don't really care. Cool. Okay, now I should be able to auto-phase pretty much here. Hemorrhage and everything else that's going on. Yeah, alright, good. Great, we did it. Let's take a shroom and then chill on this. I will actually toss this out, because remember, Expert Binder is going to do some work here. It just chinks down all my cooldowns by so much. And now it's a phase shift. Can I get all 3 of you? I sure... Well, wait. I think I can. Oh, no, I don't know if I can, buddy. It's a bummer. I would sure like to hit you all for 13 stacks of stuff. Now, alright, can I get you... Is it worth it to go for you with Crimson Edge? I don't think so. I think I'm going to go for the Cleave expanded. I'm going to take this orb now, which resets it. I'm going to go ahead and go Cleave again. And then I think we are just going to completely clobber here, is the plan. We have hemorrhage value, which is good. And then I walk behind the boss, so I avoid that damage. We're not the fastest, right? I never found Eviscerator 6 or things like Stage Fangs, excuse me, right? I mean, there were a lot of really good choices, but we just didn't see them. So... Alright, well, we're phasing here as it turns out. That's pretty cool. Going to... What? Where's my orb? Ah, it's hidden. Alright, fine. I'm over here thinking to myself, like, what is going on? Let's get some bleed damage here. And then I might as well drop another one of my heals. And then let's stand next to this orb so I remember it's there. Okay, we are very strong, as it turns out. Ah, yes, there is a double tap here, which is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and take an orb to get Cleave back. Fantastic. I'm then going to toss a hemorrhage play. Strong. I'm going to take the other orb here. Get Cleave back again. Take the spear. And heal? Sure, great. I took 2 damage. Oh no. He's extremely dead on this turn. There's absolutely no chance here. So, cool. Orb, and then what, we just stab him again and it's over? Alright, cool. That's Cinder. I mean, the rest of this is going to also be very straightforward. We take our man here and just walk on. I will say, the 70 Omni power from just random stuff is actually genuinely helpful. It's something I think people underestimate. Just take Chalice of Champions. Would I be happy with a random vestige that gives me 40 Omni damage? The answer is absolutely, almost every single time, yes. So, we get the rare augment here, Smite Far Enemies, or Sturdy Restoration, which is trash, I think. I'm going to re-roll that, I think. Sure, restore 5 more health, why not? You know, actually, I don't know. Sturdy Whirlwind, if gain only 1 vigor... I mean, actually, the Amplified Restoration is just better, so we'll take it. Fair. Full heal, but I'm already full healed. No resources, alright. Easy decisions sometimes. Easy decisions sometimes, but this is straightforward. We just absolutely blast this man, I have no fear. Oh, you decided to spawn over there. Rude. Alright, it's Cleave. And then I wish to Orb to get Cleave back. Our goal here is to generate a lot of value quickly. Now I am reliant a little bit on actually generating... What's the word I'm trying to say? On actually generating bleed damage from this. I do take 0 here, which is pretty awesome. Us generating bleed damage is meaningful. Let's go ahead and take the Regeneration Thanalopes. I'm going to take the Orb here, which should give me Cleave back. Fantastic. Let's generate some bleed damage real quick. High value. I think this is just throw Spear at his head and jump at him, then aim him at a wall and then heal and walk away. Seems good to me, honestly. Not really anything to complain about there. He is still in the same location. I will take this opportunity to generate value. I need bleed damage, thank you. I do want to throw the spear over there somewhere so I can get the hemorrhage, but also so I can, well, you know, teleport away safely. And then chill, taking 2. Yeah, we are in such control here that I have no fear. I'm over 120, so I'm doing 120% bonus damage from Verdant 5, which is incredible. So, it's very good. It's a really good cleave, isn't it? Except I would like it to hit the boss as well, please. Hey, look, I got it. It hits the boss, too. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and grab that and get a quick, fantastic play there. And then I'm then going to... Oh, no, I'm taking damage. You know why? Because I can leave. Actually, I can hit the boss with it and just walk away, right? I think so. And then get some bleeds here. And then teleport and leave. And he doesn't hit me. Great. Fantastic. This guy is going to absolutely pass away on this turn. I've generated 36 bleed damage, which is pretty darn good. I think it's like 16, 26, something like that. So really, this is just a great opportunity for me to double generate value here, pretty much. And then I go ahead and heal, and I orb, and I'm going to take the shroom just to get rid of that and walk away. And I think we chill. I'm going to toss a spear over here just to have it. We're fine. Cool. He's going to phase immediately to bleeds. And we're now at the point where I desperately need to get more bleed stacks back on him. And the best way of doing that is, you guessed it, cleave. Cleave spam is really fast right now. I guess I'm going to take the spear, then go cleave here. That's pretty good. I'll hit him again. Now that he at least has some of this, my auto attacks do a lot of damage to him, right? So, pretty decent. Taking a chunk, but I don't really care all that much. I have the health to spare. We're fine. Cool. And honestly, just completely disrespect this guy, I think. I'm going to go ahead and walk over here and then just, what, hit him? Sure. Great. Get completely bodied, loser. Bleed damage. I don't know. What's your problem, man? I heal. Incredible. Resistant is helpful. He stabs me. Okay, fine. I heal an obnoxious amount. He's dead on this turn. There's no doubt about it, right? Absolutely no doubt. I just go over here and I go, alright, orb 1, orb 2, orb celestial spear. I'm going to take this pop here. And we just absolutely shadow realm him with a very potent cleave. That just ends him for a good chunk. Straightforward. Vigor was definitely the play. I didn't even end up very hard on Eviscerator. I had like three levels of Eviscerator, which is actually quite low, but very potent anyway. It's actually one of the reasons I like Sanguinity of Wit, right? You don't need a ton, and Cleave is just a really good vestige to play, or not vestige, binding to play with, I think. Feels really good right now, does a lot of damage, has good upgrades, you know, it's a nice pick, in my opinion. And we had the glyphs to roll down for a really awesome regeneration pickup, which was, you know, awesome. I mean, I'm a huge fan of this build in general. It doesn't matter if you take 100 damage if you heal 90 health, right? It's fine. So, our vestige situation was catastrophic. Let me be real. Verdant Blossom was okay. Chalice of Champions gave me 40 Omni power. Great. That's honestly the best vestige I have. I have a Cloak of the Conspirator that did literally nothing this entire run. I could have thrown it away. Thanalope's Tuft is fortunately awesome, and I managed to get value out of that. And I was applying burn with Burn It All Gauntlets, but eventually I stopped caring because the damage was so insignificant. That's it. I had 2 empty slots. We're just getting hard carried by the synergy of Verdant 5 with the plus 50 max health here. And of course, Eviscerator and Vigorous doing a lot of heavy lifting. Huge shout out to Crimson Edge generating me bleed damage, which I would otherwise have not have had, so that's pretty cool. And then 1,000,000 bleeds per second with Bloodthirsty Impale and where is it? Cleave. So good stuff. And that is the Quills challenge. I think that's for sure the easiest one I've done so far. You just plan around being durable and it's fine, right? I don't see any major downside to that. But it was a fun experience. I enjoyed that. It's nice to kind of play around a very niche set of circumstances. So I guess we'll call it there. Way to go team. We did it. All right. Hey, well, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.